had a lady come in and she was always, she hated her job. She hated her job. And every day she was like, ugh, I hate going here. Ugh, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it. And you hear this because on the weekend she wouldn't come in. That was her time off. So you hear this 5 times a day, every day. You're like, all right. So one day I told her, I said, quit your job. Girl, I said, quit your job. You have the finances and you can financially take care of yourself for the next couple of months until you figure out what you want to do. She was like, well, I already know what I want to do. I'm like, so what are you waiting for? She was like, I was waiting for somebody to tell me to quit my job. And it's like, well, quit. You don't need to work there anymore. You're miserable.
Yeah.
She's already like older, and she came in the following week and said she quit her job.
She listened to you.
She quit her job and she started her own baking business.
God. Thank you to our season sponsor, Mary's Alfajores. They are melt-in-your-mouth sweet treats. Alfajores are a South American traditional cultural pastry treat filled with manjar, a thick, creamy caramel made from milk and sugar spread, sandwiched by two delicious, soft and delicate cookies that in combination melt in your mouth. If you're looking to impress with some cultural variety in your dessert tray, reach out to Mary's Alfajores as they service the Westchester, Fairfield County area and are readily available for catered events. You can reach Mary's Alfajores on Instagram at Mary's Alfajores. Mary's Alfajores, crafted with love, inspired by tradition. Hi everyone, I am Esther, and welcome to the From the Ground Up with Esther podcast, a podcast about growth, resilience, faith, and building a life with intention. This space is for anyone who's starting over, rebuilding, or taking the next step, one story and one lesson at a time. Let's get into the conversation. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of From the Ground Up with Esther. And tonight's a very special night because I am having a delicious coffee with someone I met last year at a networking event. So if you know me a little bit already from my Instagram or my life, if you're my friend, you know that I love meeting new people and networking events. And that's where I met Monika. And she's been very special because she invited me to be part of her pop-up in the summer of 2025. And I brought some alfajores here. So that was a really sweet time.
Yep.
It was really special. And I'm very excited that, in 2026, I get to sit down with her and talk a little bit about the story behind Allora Coffee Shop here in Norwalk. I don't know if you've been to Alora, but it's a very nice place, a very sweet spot that you can come and get some coffee. And I'm here with Monika. So hi, Monika. Why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
Hi, everyone. My name is Monika Ruiz. I'm from Norwalk. I'm originally from Colombia. And I do a little bit of everything. Manager run the coffee shop here. And I also do hair, lashes, and body sculpt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're from Colombia. So you were born in Colombia?
I was born in Colombia, yes. In Medellin.
Medellin.
Yes.
Okay.
And
how old when you came here?
we were 5. I was 5 years old when I migrated to this country, and I've been here since then.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. So you grew up always in Norwalk, or you lived in Stanford?
No. Norwalk. I went to middle school, high school, and elementary school here in Norwalk.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so I'm starting my business with
Yes.
the alfajores. So it's been inspiring for me to meet other entrepreneurs and people that are starting businesses, and I'm learning from them. And it's a fun, unpredictable, scary journey.
Yes, it is.
And I'm learning a lot from them, and a lot of them, everybody has a story behind anything. We all have a story to share that inspires us, or that pushes us to step out of our comfort zones, right?
Yes.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about, maybe a little bit more, or how the idea of Alora came about, what was happening.
Well, the idea came about, it wasn't even like really an idea. It's just the opportunity presented itself, and we took a big chance. Like, I do hair for a living. That was my bread and butter, doing hair, doing lashes, servicing people. And coffee and servicing is one of my 2 favorite things that I like to do. So we took it upon ourselves to just move forward and open up this amazing place.
Wow. That's fine. Sometimes opportunities just come to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there something specifically going on in your life at that moment that you said, I think this is the answer to a prayer, or maybe not? Was it a surprise? How do you
It,
take that opportunity?
well, the opportunity, it was more like manifested,
Okay.
because we were working on doing a cafe, but Alora it was never the intentions. But the cafe was always the intentions. And the opportunity came up and the universe was like, here, this is
Wait.
what you want. Here
Wait.
you go.
When you say you were working to doing a cafe, like, what was the original idea?
It's the same thing. So
Same
coffee
thing.
shop, it's just the name was different. The name was different, and I know you asked me a question about the layout. This place was already made out. This coffee shop was already made with the name. So the opportunity presented itself, and we were like, okay. So I just like, all right, I'll manage it. I'll run it. I'll do it. I'm excited. I like it because food, coffee.
Yeah, coffee and food are very special because it unites people, right? It brings people together.
Yep.
And especially in our Latino community, I think that is something we like to do. It's eat.
Yes. Yes. And drink coffee.
And drink coffee.
And drink
a lot
coffee.
of coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
Is your family into the coffee business back in Colombia?
I have my family, my aunt, she's in culinary, she's a chef. My grandma used to have a restaurant, a bakery, and everybody else does hair.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hair and nails. That's our background.
Okay. So you're the pioneer on this, kind of?
Well, yeah, kind of. I steer different.
Yeah, you still do hair. So
Yeah,
I that.
yeah, I still do. I still do hair. I still do that. It's still in me. It's the service.
Yeah, it's a service. What is your favorite part? Like you just mentioned service, right? So what's your favorite part, or maybe the least?
Oh, well, the least favorite part is waking up early. That's my least favorite part, to wake up at the crack of dawn, We're up right along with bakers and, everybody else that's getting ready to start everybody else's day. But one of my favorite parts is talking to people, meeting new people, hearing the stories, especially when it's those days where no one's here and someone comes in. First, coffee shops should be a sign that says, drop your problems here.
Really?
Yes, because it is not, to us, it's not a bad thing, Like I said, coffee is very personal, food is very personal, and somebody within that moment will share something, whether it's good, bad, the intimates. Like, that's what I like. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Just hearing people.
Is there
Making someone's day. Because regardless, you leave here with something good. People wake up to look forward to their coffee.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I know. When I don't drink my coffee at home, I'm like, oh, I missed my coffee like this morning. I got up, I didn't make my coffee on time. It was already like 10 o'clock. I was like, I need my coffee.
Yes, it is. It is important. And I tell anyone who's looking to start a coffee shop or anything that has to do with food, you have to, that person depends on you. You are going to make their day. When it comes to coffee, whatever it is, you're going to be responsible for that person's day for the rest of the day or the next few days. If you ruin that person's day, it's your fault. You ruin their coffee. So that's what I like.
Is there a story that comes to mind when you talk about this that touched you? Someone that came in and shared something during that morning that was happening and said, I really need a coffee because this happened.
It wasn't more like I need a coffee. It's part of their routine. People were part of their routine. Not any coffee shop.
Yeah.
They're going to make it their routine. But I had a lady come in and she was always, she hated her job. She hated her job. And every day she was like, oh, I hate going here. Oh, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. And you hear this because on the weekend she wouldn't come in. That was her time off. So you hear this 5 times a day, every day, you're like, all right. So one day I told her, I said, quit your job. Because at one point I'm like, girl, I said, quit your job. If you have the finances and you can financially take care of yourself for the next couple of months until you figure out what you want to do. And she was like, well, I already know what I want to do. So I'm like, so what are you waiting for? Yeah. She was like, I was waiting for somebody to tell me to quit my job. And I was like, well, quit. You don't need to work there anymore. You're miserable.
Yeah.
She's already like older, and she came in the following week and said she quit her job.
She listened to you.
She did. She quit her job and she started her own baking business. Yeah. So that was one of my favorite stories. You become part of people's life. We become,
Yeah.
So that's my favorite part.
Sometimes we really need someone to push you. Yes. We can see it, right? Or we're afraid. Fear is so a thing.
It is. Because
you don't know what's going to happen after, if you do it, you're so used to you getting your paycheck every 2 weeks, and it's like a leap of faith.
It is, but it's comfortable. You're comfortable. Now it's more like you can't be comfortable anymore. There
Hmm.
comes a point and you can't. You're not gonna be comfortable. Either you're gonna be comfortable and unhappy or
Yeah.
happy and try to figure your life out.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
get it. I'm like right in that boat right now, like doing things, trying things out and like knocking on doors and things like that.
you know me. I
Yeah,
mean, don't tell me you want to do something
I
because
know.
we're gonna do
We're
it.
gonna do it.
Yes, we're gonna do it like yesterday.
I know. So tell me, when you think of from the ground up, what does it come to mind in your life, your story with the coffee shop?
Well, just starting from literally the ground up. That's
Mm,
that's how we look at it. We started from the ground up as far as like education, hiring people. You learn as you go. There was no one here guiding you. Like, all right, you're in this.
mm,
Even though there are people that do that, but it's more like starting a business. Sometimes
yeah.
you can't really. It's not in the budget for a. Sorry, for someone to guide you and say, hey, this is what you need. This is what we need to do. A lot of mistakes, a lot of failures, a lot of late nights, but
Hmm.
we're still here and we're still building.
Yeah.
There's still building. We're a little bit above the ground now, but
Yeah.
that's what I think about. Like start from the bottom.
Yeah. No, it's so true because, like I said, everybody else that I interview, right? It's like it's just you keep doing it. There's really no roadmap for you. You just keep going and keep trying. Yeah.
Mistakes and you learn and
Hmm.
you start all over again if you need to. There's a lot of starting all over again. A lot of so it's like from the ground up is pretty much like it's a lot of backtracking. Let me start all over again, or let me see what I did wrong, or
Yeah.
how can we grow?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Speaking about that, right? Growing and building. What is something that if you look at yourself before you started this coffee shop and now look at yourself now, what is something that you have learned um, that you say, wow, I wasn't this person before and now this is like, or maybe I was, but I didn't realize.
Like leading.
Leading?
Yeah, leading and motivating. I knew I was like self-motivated, a self-starter. I knew that was always in me. But seeing how many people that I don't know and how like I touch that person, or I'm like, hey, tell a random person to quit their job. You don't do
Yeah.
that. So that to me, it's just like I feel like people depend on me more than I thought of before.
Okay. Like they listen to you.
Well, I mean, yeah, not listen, but I feel like the advice that I give, people actually pay attention more, and they'll come back and they're like, "Hey, I did this," or "Hey, what do you think about that?" I didn't know I was that. I had all this knowledge in my head until I really sat down. Like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm kind of smart.
You are. And sometimes that's true because sometimes we don't think we have anything to say or we think we don't have anything to say.
Hmm.
But then when people listen to you and you see them doing what you told them, you're like, wow, I didn't know I had that much impact.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So I try to always give what I would do.
Hmm.
I would
Yeah.
never say you should do this. If I were, this is what I would do in your situation. So,
Mm.
which is all good stuff.
Yeah, no, that's so true. That is a good way of saying it too, because a lot of times I used to be the one who be like, you need to do this, and sometimes people are not there yet. They need to go through certain things and then they realize actually that person was right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here's what I think you should do, or whatever information I have to
Mm.
forward or share with you. Here it is.
Yeah.
Let me know how it works out. And let me
Hmm.
know if you need any more help, and then I'll let the person be.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
We can't change people or push them, right?
No,
Yeah.
because then like they don't want to do it anymore, or they get
Hmm.
discouraged, or whatever.
Yeah. Or sometimes we trust on the wrong people or like in my case, opportunities come and
Yeah.
then you're like so happy that that came and then it doesn't happen. You're like, wait,
It's not what I had
that's not what I
planned.
have planned. I need to try somebody else.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, I get it.
So what's your favorite part here in Norwalk? Because I moved here 2 years ago and I always lived in Stanford. So I feel like,
Okay.
yeah, what's your favorite part about from here?
My house. That's my favorite part of Norwalk.
Yeah.
No, you know what it is? I work with people all day and I talk to people so much that when I go home, I just want to just go home and just
Mm,
sit in my bubble where like
yeah.
quietness because, like I said, it's not just here that I talk to people. I also have to go to the salon, and it's a whole different group of people. That's a different environment. That's different personalities, which I learned too in the coffee.
Really?
Starting this that coffee people and behind and your chair people are two different people.
Okay, I'm curious now. What have you learned about people?
I've learned that people appreciate you as a stylist, as a barber, as this lash tech, more than a coffee. Oh,
Really?
you're the coffee girl, the coffee lady, because like that's what I'm known for. Where I go, I see someone, a customer, something. I mean, I give them my name, but they'll still say, "Hey, you're the coffee lady. You're the coffee lady, the coffee lady,"
Wow.
which is fine. But sometimes people really, really appreciate you, or they just don't value you at all. They're just like, just give me my coffee, which is fine. That's one thing I did learn too, is not to take things personal when it came to this industry. Because when you're cutting hair, that person is there, because they want to be there. They get a haircut. Right? The same thing with cutting hair, but drinking coffee, but I feel like, not like I know that you're gonna sit in someone's chair and you're gonna say, "Hi, how are you? How you doing? How's your day? How's your week? How's everything going?"
Mhm.
I get those customers here. Sometimes I don't. I'll just say hi.
They just get
Yeah,
just leave.
that's it. They don't even say hi. Throw money on the counter, which you need to have a strong skin to work with people and not let that bother you. Because they'll come in the next day and the next day and the next day, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's so true. So when you're sitting down at the salon, it's more personal. You think people talk to you more?
Yeah, you have half an hour
Half
with
an
one
hour.
person.
Yeah.
Here, I get 2 minutes if it's empty. If
Mhm.
it's not, then I can't even give you
Yeah.
the time and date that person does normally want.
Yeah.
When you come
Yeah.
in and we want to
Very
talk.
well. Just like fast. Get it fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're serving. There's so many people coming at the same time.
Yes. Yes. So I can't. I treat everybody the same. Everybody like, all right, I got my clients here, my customers here, or
Yeah.
whatever, whoever's in line.
Mm.
That's a lot of learning. That's a
Yeah.
big difference. A big different world. Big difference. But
Yeah.
they're all still come. I like them all. They all come.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good that you have those two scenarios to look at, right? And you learn from both. And you
Yes.
kind of see. Yeah, I think that's interesting.
It is. It is very interesting. Very interesting because I never see the people or like they're never clients. I see more of our customers out when I'm out at the store or something
Yeah.
or at a restaurant. It's so
Yeah.
weird.
So good.
Yeah.
So, is there someone in your life that inspires you, that inspire you to, as you said, there were many, you said there are challenges and you're building, you're still
Yeah.
building. And they always say when you start something, you have to know your why, right? Your why, know your why. So that keeps you grounded when you are building something and things get hard. Can you share what is, that strength in you that helps you to keep going, or who inspires you to keep going into this journey?
My son.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think having my son at a young age gave me the strength of an inspiration that I don't think I would have gotten from anyone in this world. I don't, and you can't, I mean, not any school, not any mentor that having a kid at a young age put a fire in me that
Mhm.
I don't think is ever going to go away because
Mhm.
it was very young and it was more of like, girl, you got to work, you got to move ahead in life because you cannot be as like statistics. Can't
Mhm.
be. Don't get me wrong. I was a young Latina. I was a young mom. It was part of that. I was 18
Yeah.
when I had my son. My son's
Okay.
22. He'll be 23 next year.
Wow.
I mean, next month. But that inspiration and that stayed with me because
Mm.
after that it was more like, all right, I need to have a job.
Yeah.
I need to get a better job. I need to get a better pay. I need to get it. And I wasn't able to go to college or graduate from college, and that to me was not going to be also something that slowed me down and stopped me from being where I am today. Can't It wasn't an excuse. It was like, okay, you can't go to college because you're a young mom because I work full time and I didn't have anyone to take care of my son, but that's not gonna also not stop me from being educated and also educating myself aside from that. So that was my inspiration.
Oh,
And
that's
it
so
still is.
good.
It
No,
still
that's
is.
so good.
Yeah.
That is the best one, right? Because I think it's one of the best inspirations. And you had your son young, like you said. What would you say to maybe a girl that sees this video and is going through that, um, that you wish somebody told you at that time?
It's gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay. And I can tell you it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
Yeah.
okay, but it's gonna be hard because there's no sugarcoating it.
Mm.
But don't stop. Don't stop. Don't forget. Like you said, you know what?
Yeah.
You didn't forget. I never forgot. I can't because he was my inspiration. Like, I got to keep going, but I'm also his inspiration because he needs to see, like, look, my mom is going where she's
Yeah.
going, look what she's doing because I'm also, he looks up to me. Yeah. And a lot of the youngers here also too. And so
Yeah.
it's more of like, I got to motivate the people around me and maintain that flow more than and everybody motivates me. You motivate me. You inspire me. And everyone does, not just my son, but a lot of people do. And I just grab that and I alchemize it and return the favor, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's so good because that is not a topic that is easy to talk about sometimes, right? Or there are girls that give up or they say they lose hope if things is too hard or if they don't have support maybe from families. But you have to find the strength.
Yeah, the support wasn't there. I
Mm.
wasn't. Not even. No, it wasn't. But it wasn't. Nothing was an excuse. It was
Mhm.
more like, okay, I'll get it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
that's so
And
good.
I did. Done.
Yeah, you've done it. You're still doing it.
And I'm still doing it. And I still try to find like, okay, what's next? What's next on the break? What else can I
Yeah.
top off? Because I just don't stop here.
Mhm.
I'm trying to find other things to do.
Yeah.
Picked up a new hobby, so I'm gonna start doing that one.
What's it called?
A new hobby.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
just picked up a new hobby just to see how I do with that and play
What-
around.
You want to share what is the new hobby?
Not yet, not yet, yeah.
Okay, stay tuned. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's fun. I'll let you know.
Okay, that's exciting.
But yeah, I'm always trying to get my brain going. My brain is
Mhm.
always wants to learn and wants
Yeah.
to see what's out there. There's so much in this world.
No, there's so much. And now even we have the advantage of knowing the world outside of being on there, like through social media.
Yes.
Like we learn so much about other people that we can also learn from.
Yes.
And sometimes I feel like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm even learning anything from everything I'm listening because there's so much information out there, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could just get on your phone or on your computer, grab YouTube, and you just learn anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Any language, or how to cook, anything, anything. So I feel like there's so many things to do. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't stop there.
That's so good. You talked about your son, so I want to ask you, what legacy do you want to leave to your son, or what's the legacy behind everything you do that you would like to leave?
Just stay humble and be a nice human being. Anybody that knows me would know that. Like I am, I have a big heart, and
Mhm.
that's the legacy I want to leave behind. Help everyone, give everyone a chance, and just forgive everyone and stop taking everything so personal. And we're all going through something, and we're always gonna be going through something. That's just the way the human race is built.
Yeah.
But just want to leave that legacy behind, just to be kind to everyone. Everyone's going through something. I'm telling you, I know it. And I look over there because that's where I stand all
Yeah.
day, and I'm there, and you just don't know. Somebody will walk in, and then you could just see like one girl, young girl, and you would have never guessed. And she comes in and I'm like, how you doing? How's everything? Everything's great. Like we're talking, conversating, nothing. And then she's like, yeah, I just got diagnosed with cancer. Girl, you're just talking to me like you just threw it out there like that. Like it was like you're ordering coffee and then you just that's your ending. And I was like, oh my God.
What do you say at
Yeah,
that
well,
moment, right?
yeah, like you're gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. And everybody's gonna tell you something. Say strong, say this, say that. But
Yeah.
those are things that you do here. So you see that a lot. It makes you appreciate life more.
Wow, that's tough.
It is. It is tough because being behind that counter, you don't really get to hear a lot of the things. It's not just like, hey, good morning, here's your coffee, have a beautiful day. It's sometimes,
Yeah.
you're just coming in
Yeah.
because somebody's father died, somebody's grandmother died,
Mhm.
somebody it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Wow, that's tough.
it
Can
is.
imagine, right?
It
So
is. I've seen some things and I in this being discreet and not and just learning how that comes from like, me cutting hair and, by growing up Spanish, like you don't ask questions.
Oh, I
You
know.
don't ask questions and you don't point. That's
Uh-huh.
it. That's one of the big
Yeah.
things here that we grew up with. And I did the same thing. I noticed like a couple of sad things. And, you're like, wow, if I would have seen that person walking on the street, I would have never guessed that they just
Mhm.
went through something so tragic like that.
Yeah,
So,
because we don't know people's lives. We don't know what people are going through.
no.
And sometimes this is something I learned too is we see someone or we see the world and we have a filter according to our own experiences and that's
Mhm.
how we react or how we take what somebody else said according to our own filter, we call it,
Yes.
right? And sometimes people don't even, you don't know what that person is going through and you might have taken one way, but actually it was because she was going through different um experience at that moment. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I'm learning as I get older and as I transition into like life, and this is going back to the legacy. It's just you just never know what someone's going through. If I know my day, I'm okay. I'm okay. Every day I wake up and I'm okay. I really am. Like when I tell somebody good morning, how are you? They're like, ugh. Ugh, and they just start going like it's 7 o'clock in the morning. What do you mean you're already or 8 o'clock?
I know.
Your morning just started. What happened in the 30 minutes that that you're already like annoyed with life?
Yeah.
No, I don't have that. Unfortunately, I don't. It doesn't matter if the person in front of me didn't didn't go when the light turned green. I wouldn't even beep. I'm like, whatever.
You just let it be.
I just let it be. I don't care. Cut me off in traffic. I don't care. Those are the things the little things. Don't worry about that. That's okay. That's fine.
No, that's good. I was just talking to somebody as I was coming here. This person was telling me that they didn't feel wanted or loved, and the fact of being single is affecting, and I was like, well, you're wanted, you're loved already. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you that. And it was just like kind of experiencing that you don't know what people are going through, because if you see this person, you don't want to think that that person's going through that. Yeah.
Yeah. When people ask me, what do you do? I'm like, I do a lot. I make coffee. I make people happy. That's just what it is.
It's true. Coffee makes you happy.
Really,
Yeah.
coffee.
Maybe now switching it up to like a happier scene, right? Is there something that happened here that brought you joy, like that you witnessed? I'm pretty sure there might be some like good stories.
Like good joy moments. I had a little girl. She comes in and she orders her food, and I say little because I'm the stories. And she comes with her father, and on the weekend they come in, and I'm like, what are you gonna get? And she's very vocal. I would like to get, and this is how she speaks, like, I would like to get a chocolate croissant warmed up, a hot chocolate with regular milk and whatever syrup. That's her order, and I know it every Saturday. So I'm like, hey, do you read? Or do you read? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, okay, how old are you? And she goes, I'm 6. I knew it. I just know kids that have like a certain vocabulary. They're big because I like to read a lot. So she's saying, oh, we're gonna get a new dog. We're gonna get a new dog. Her father's like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
Oh.
And she's like, yes, we are. We're gonna get a new dog. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna get it. I know you are. And he's like, no, we're not gonna get a new dog. And then the next week she comes with the dog. She comes in. It wasn't even 8 o'clock yet, and she's at the door, and I'm like, all right, let me go to the door and open up, and she purchased a puppy, and she's like, I want you to meet Jane. So I'm like, you really woke. It's a Saturday morning. Kids don't wake up early, and she's like, I just wanted to come in and show you the dog. I'm like, because the kids they want to wake up, so I'm like, that made me happy. That that's exciting to me. That somebody has like, I'm gonna go show her my new dog, the coffee lady.
No, because you gave her hope, and she. That I think gave her hope to believe, and then ask her dad.
Yeah, no, I told her dad. I was like, yeah, you're gonna get the dog. You're
gonna get the dog for her.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. And he's like, he told me, he's like, yeah, well, now I'm stuck with the dog now. I got to do everything.
Then I gotta make sure to walk him and get some coffee.
He's like, now I gotta get a dog walker, and I have to do this. I have to do that. I'm like, that's very happy though. Yeah, that brings me joy. And just like when I have the events here and seeing everybody come together and just hang out and seeing like everybody talk, and that to me brings me joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a good event. I mean, the events that she puts together during the spring and summer, they're so much fun. So if you're in the area of Norwalk, Stanford, Bridgeport, wherever, come down. Are you going to start doing those again?
Yes. Yes. I'm actually I wanted to do one this weekend. But there was supposed to be a snow, and then it did a snow, and now it's rain. This Sunday I was going to do on the 8th, but then now I got to start again.
Oh, it's still going to snow?
It was supposed to, I don't know. There was a time when everything was snowing, but I don't think it's going to snow. Okay. I got the flower girl that came by today, so things are coming back.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
That's good. That's exciting. Yeah, you got to make sure to come. It's really cool.
Yes, come out by.
Yeah. And now that I remember that your mom was here that time, right?
She's still here.
Yeah, you're very close with your mom.
Yeah.
But it's because my mom tells me a lot too, and I think that's something you said when you saw my mom here. And he's like, oh, my mom also helped me.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that relationship with you and your mom?
It's just like a I mean, I'm a mom, so we don't even have to ask. My mom is just there, she's just there. She knows what she does a little bit. but it's a lot behind the scenes. Like, she takes care. Like, I'll come in and I'm like, all right, it's after hours. I have to wait for the ovens to cool down and then close. And she's like, I'll go with you. And I'm like, Mom, I gotta go around 7 or 8 o'clock. She's like, no, I want to go. I want to go. And I'm like, fine. So she'll come in and then I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like doing something. Like, she'll start cleaning up here, or like cleaning the shelves. And I'm like, no, let the girls do it, or like, give us something to do tomorrow. So it's the little support that she gives where I need. My mom I run out of milk, when we're really, like, when we have our events, I ran out of ice, or she's like, oh, Mom, I need milk. She's right there. There's not even a question of like, can you please go? It's more like, here, Mom, can you go?
Yeah, yeah.
And she doesn't even
That's how moms are. Yeah, my mom too. She helps me a lot. She helps my sister now with her baby. So it's, they're always there. And sometimes she says, I tell you this because, I love you, not because I'm being a nut.
Yes, yes. My mom is like that. She's like, because I'm a big, like I told you, I like to do a lot. My ADHD brain, like, I have to do a lot of things at once. And I can function. I can do it. Trust me, I can do it. It doesn't matter. But it's the little things behind like, my house, the laundry,
Oh my God.
this. My mom is like, she'll take care of that.
Yeah.
I'll leave here and I'm like, I have a big matcha stain on my shirt or on my pants. She's like, I can take it out.
Oh, I know.
And she does.
Yeah.
She like, I don't even know how many coffee stains this shirt has had, and there's
She's
not
done
even one stain on here. I would
They
leave
have
it.
the magic. They have the magic.
I don't know what it is. And I've
Just
thrown
something.
away so many clothes because I can't get them. Not even a little coffee stain now. My mom is like, I got it out.
Oh,
So that's what I like.
that's how they are. And I can relate to that part because my mom, when she's not home, and sometimes I'm like, I'm not eating.
Yeah.
She's like, what do you eat today? Like, oh, nothing. I didn't have time to cook. I was doing so many things, but just like on top of, everything. It's
I'm the
just
big chef
cooking.
in the family, so
Yeah.
no, if I don't cook, no one eats. I get home and I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, I took out some meat. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
No, it's for waiting
Yes,
for
for
you.
me, yeah. I'm like, what do you want? And she'll say something like, I took the ribs out. I'll make ribs. I got you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I know how to cook and I do enjoy it. But I also do a lot of things, like
Yeah.
my job, then the podcast and the alfajores. So, and she also worries. Sometimes like, you're doing so many things.
Yes.
You didn't do this. Like, you need to sometimes rest. I'm like, Mommy, I'm resting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm happy. This is
And
how
my
I
mom is like,
rest.
she's like, it's 12 o'clock and you're still up. And I'm like, Mom, I'm doing something on the computer.
Same.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, well, I can't go to sleep if you're not sleeping. I'm like, eating my eyes?
Yeah. No, my mom used to be like that. Now I'm like, no, Ma, it's okay. This is how I function. It's
Yeah.
like I'm a night owl. I'm trying to change, but it's kind of hard. To
That's the
change stuff.
only time you can work. It's the only time. It's at
Yeah.
nighttime.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
same.
I was up to like 12:30 last night, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's where I don't know why when it's nighttime and like everything's so quiet, like my mind it starts functioning. I'm
Yes.
just like checking emails, writing down, like, checking stuff like that. Like I need to do this and do that.
It's literally something in my brain that like switches to work mode, like to relax mode, because through the day, you see, I'm in and out.
Yeah.
I gotta go here, I'm gonna meet this, okay, this, that. But at nighttime, it's like, let's do this, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, today something cool happened. This first time that ever happened. I'm like, okay, that means we're doing good. I had a girl come in, and it was like 10 minutes till we close. I'm like, oh, what can I get started for you? And she goes, I just want to know if you already made the spring menu. I'm like, no, not yet. She's like, okay, just let me know because I know all your drinks are so good. I just can't wait. I'm like, okay.
It's so
Okay, I was like,
nice.
it's so funny. I'm just working on. I really was in the back, working on that.
them.
What was I doing? What was I doing? Oh, I was putting them in order. Then just try. Oh, I was taking pictures.
Okay.
I started taking pictures. I made them, so I was in the back adjusting. That's what I was putting the
Okay.
pictures in. But I haven't put the menu out, and that to me is just like, wow, you came in to ask for the menu, and I switched the menu for the holidays all the time, or even for the season. So it's never the same unless a drink really, really becomes
Yeah.
so popular that we have to put it on the
Mhm.
permanent, which a lot of our menus builds up from the specialty drinks. And the ones that are not on the menu. Those are my favorite ones. That make me whatever.
All right, here.
Those are my favorite ones.
That's the best. The spontaneous stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. That's good. No, I'm excited for the spring to come and
Me
all
too.
the new stuff that are coming.
You're gonna combine.
Yeah, I'll come by.
So
I'll
your
come by.
alfajores.
Alfajores. People were really nice and I can't Yeah, they were
I
super
like them.
sweet. You know, that day when we met, you know, I was just like, I never actually told anyone outside of my friends and my church people that I make alfajores. And then the first time we met, I said, yeah, I make alfajores. And you really took it seriously. Yeah,
I
come
did.
back.
I told you, don't tell me you can do something
And-
because you're coming.
And that's when, you know, like you fueled me to keep going and
Yeah.
now, you know, do more research and things like that. So yeah, I really appreciate that.
Oh, I do. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm that type of person that if you show me something, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
you got it. I got it. You're coming?
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's okay. You know where to find me.
Mhm.
And you showed up, which to me was like, because some people are like that too. They're like, yeah, I do this, I do that, but
Mhm.
they never follow through.
Yeah.
And it was short notice too. I remember
It was
that.
true. Yeah, I had nothing. I didn't have. I didn't have anything. You said, "Yeah, bring a table, maybe." And so I found a table, and I have a friend who also bakes. And I said, "Hey, I think I'm doing first pop up or something like that. I don't know
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
called." And I brought the table, and you know, then you gave me the tape. But yeah, everything happened in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed up baking all night, I think, but it was fine. You know.
But you know what? I don't think it, I don't think you would have been out of your comfort zone if I didn't give you that push.
Yeah. No. No.
That push
Yeah.
of that you're coming this weekend.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. I also like to challenge myself to things. So I was like, okay, this is fun. Like I'm doing something out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that to me, the events were something out of my comfort zone because I've never in my life had done something like that, especially with the space and the little stuff that we
Yeah.
have. And to
Yeah.
be a big turnout with the
It was a big
DJs.
turnout. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was huge. My friends loved it. Yeah, now they know your coffee.
Yes. Now
Yeah.
this year's gonna be even bigger,
Yeah, even
better.
bigger, yeah.
Trying to get more people, do more events, do like different themes. I'm trying to talk to one of my friends who's a car guy. I want to do like a car coffee event on a Sunday.
Oh, nice.
So
That's cool.
whatever we can do.
So before we go, right? I like people to get inspired by these stories or like you just share. Can you tell someone that's probably wanting to start something in their lives and they're afraid, or why do you think people are afraid, and then inspire them more? Yeah, I think you.
Okay, so this is what I tell you or
Me.
what I tell anyone is do something. We all have to work, right?
Mhm.
We all have to pay our bills.
Yeah.
Do that for a while, but also start what you want to do on the side. And then you can quit your job. Like I tell people, quit
Yeah.
your job.
Quit your job.
But then do that. Work on it little by little, like me. Like I'm starting another hobby, and I call it a hobby because it's not a job. Nothing's a job. I don't have a job. Nobody. You don't have a job. You just have something. You need something to pay
Yeah.
the bills. Once you change that switch, it's gonna help you, and it's gonna guide you to where you want to be. With like, I want to be this. We all have to work. We all
Yeah.
have to just be willing to stay up late and just change your habit. If you have a problem with being on your phone, because that's another thing too, because a lot of people get distracted with their phones or social media. But
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah, no, the phone thing is so addicting.
It is.
Yeah, it's insane.
It is. But you know what? And it's gonna be scary. And it's always gonna be scary. It's never that pit will never leave your stomach. It will never leave because of the anxiety of the rush that it gives you. But it's all worth it. It is all worth it at the end. I will rather wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and come here than go 5 o'clock in the morning and go work for someone else. That was one of my goals. I
So
never
true.
want to work for anyone ever.
Mm,
Ever. And I don't care what I have to do. If I have to have a part-time job to work for someone, that's okay. But I know my bigger picture is if I get to come home and work on my recipes,
yeah.
I'm okay with that. But I need money to buy my recipes.
Yeah,
I need money to
exactly.
buy the ingredients. In the meantime, if it's income, if you want to start a small business, until you surpass what you can make weekly from your job, from your hobby, then that's your cue to go, but don't quit your day job like they say.
Don't quit. Yeah.
Don't quit. I haven't quit doing hair, doing lashes because I really do enjoy that. I really do. I don't mind leaving here at 4 o'clock and going to the salon
Mm-hmm.
and have clients till like 8 o'clock. I don't mind that. I don't mind working on a Sunday. I don't mind it because I really do
Enjoy it.
yeah.
Mm.
But that's why I keep doing it and doing it because I don't want to work on a Sunday and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only time I will do that if I have a bigger goal
Mm-hmm.
where I know I'm like, I have to clock in for a while,
Yeah.
but I have a bigger goal. That's about it. It's not, I don't want to look at it. I don't want anybody to look at it like, ugh, like, ugh, I have to clock in.
Yeah.
I look at like I gotta clock in because I did that when I went to buy my house.
You
All right,
just
I'm gonna work for a little bit.
yeah, and it's temporary.
It is, it is,
Mhm.
and I worked for 2 years, and it worked fine. That was enough for the mortgage company. You worked enough for 2 years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I did it because I wanted to have. I had a goal. I wanted to buy a house. And I was okay working. I learned a
That's
lot.
good.
You learn a lot.
Yeah, that's really good. What is the hardest thing? And you said we talked about enjoying serving people, and you appreciate that part of the job that gives you a view of seeing humans
Mhm.
besides what a lot of people go through. But what is the hardest thing of opening the business and like the legalities or people that you need to reach out? What is the hardest things of starting like a business like from the ground up?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Getting the people in. Everything else, because everything else is a plug and play. You have instructions how to get an LLC. You have instructions how to order. You have instructions, But when it comes to marketing, there's no instructions for that. It's like, is this gonna work? Is this picture gonna work? Is this post gonna work? Is me standing outside walking around Norwalk with an inflatable cup gonna work?
Do you do that?
Yes, I've done that.
Oh,
I've done that.
wow.
I walked around Norwalk. I had the staff walk around Norwalk. We give out tokens in the summertime. It's like a big inflatable cup. One of these. It's literally one of these inflatable, and we just put it on and we just walk around Norwalk.
Oh, wow.
But it's the marketing, and it's just we've been here for 5 years. I keep a lot of new faces. I know my regulars, which is one of the coolest things. If you're a regular at a cafe, you know. I see my person pull up in their car and then their drink is already done. But a lot of new faces. You're still here. I didn't know you guys were here. I didn't know you guys were here. How long you guys been here? I didn't know you were here. So it's marketing.
Yeah, that's true because I didn't know you were here if it weren't for that day.
See, you see that. Well, when I tell people, oh, there's a cafe here, and they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's right next to this pizza right next to us.
Yeah.
And they're like, I go there all the time. I never seen you guys there.
Mhm.
So I'm like, it's a big orange banner outside.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a big flower place. So I don't know if people mistake us with the flower shop. I've got that before. Or I got people who say, I didn't know who you guys were, so I didn't even bother.
Okay. Maybe put a big cup of coffee out there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to put the big one because outside
Right.
right now it says you need coffee now. So I do move those things around. In the summertime it does help because we put the tables in the umbrellas.
Yeah, and people know something's happening.
Yes, yeah. So that does help. But in the winter it's just
Yeah.
I guess for anyone.
Yeah, but it is a hard part of the job, right? Because
Marketing.
marketing, you want people to know about it, but then it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. That's it. Besides that,
Okay,
and
well,
managing people, but that's
yeah, working with people is always a hard thing.
managing
Yeah.
the people, the team, a lot of personalities,
Yeah.
a lot of personalities. So, but besides that, it's okay.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's good to know that because for those that are watching and you can share about Allora to your friends, your family, say that they're here in Norwalk,
Yes, we're in
right?
Norwalk.
Right next to the Colony Grill.
Yes, right. We're on West Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut, located at the Waypoint Building on the side street on Orchard Street.
Yeah, it's a cute coffee shop, very aesthetic if you want to take pictures for Instagram.
Yes.
It's very cute, like you see this. I love this. Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about
No,
Laura.
thank you.
When we met, I told you, I was like, oh, we should do a record. And I'm glad it's finally happening.
Yes. Yeah, and seeing your growth is also inspiring too.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
No,
I
I'm very
like
grateful
that.
for you.
Likewise.
Yeah, because God puts people in your life for a reason
For a
all the time. And it's not easy, even for me now, like you said, there are things that I'm trying to do and like fear comes along, those things.
I just always like, what are you afraid of? That's my question.
Exactly.
What are you afraid of? Because
I'm
if
like
you
failing sometimes, right?
yeah,
And
it's okay.
like today I was driving and I was thinking, okay, if I do this, what if it doesn't work? And then I was thinking, what if I do and it does work? Because I read something that said, if you are fearful to think of the negative thing, why don't you think of the positive thing that could happen instead of worrying of the negative thing?
So I think like this. I think more of like, all right, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna try it this way. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try it like
Another
this.
way.
And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try it another way. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna start asking people questions because I need to figure out why is it not working to the point where like it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But there's never ever not going to work. Never. I don't see anything unless it's like a life or death situation. But everything can be fixed or everything can be done.
Everything will work for it better.
And if it's too much, then it's just not meant to be.
Yeah.
At that point, you're forcing it.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out when are you forcing it and when
Yeah.
it becomes like a test.
Yeah, that's where I learned too. Somebody else that I had a conversation with, he was saying sometimes you have to stop and see, you can't force it if it's not like you just have to close that door and then start another one.
And if you can always come back to
Yeah.
the door. You can always come back. You don't always have to, it doesn't necessarily mean you're closing and you're done. You can always come back. Sometimes it's just not the time for that.
Yeah. Mhm.
At that moment is not the
Yeah.
right time for it. So I think about it like
Yeah.
in many situations, like it's just not the right time.
That's
Not
good.
right now.
It's good to know. Be self-aware, be aware of things.
And be happy with whatever the outcome is. Whatever the outcome is. If it didn't work, as long as you left learning something, then it worked.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah.
If you
That's why
didn't
you need
learn,
it.
if you didn't learn, then you gotta keep going and
Yeah.
figure out.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much for sharing.
No, thank you for having me.
Tell us again the address. Where can they find?
We are in Norwalk, Connecticut, located on 5 Orchard Street, and we are open Monday through Saturday from 8 to 4, Sundays from 8 to 1. And then follow us on social media at Allora Norwalk. Allora Norwalk Coffee, right?
Allora Coffee.
Allora Norwalk Coffee, yeah. For updates, for the menu, and yeah. Come and try some good drinks.
Yeah, come try some good drinks. So they're really good. And they have empanadas that I'm always telling her, like my sister I love those empanadas.
Empanadas are a big thing here.
Yes. Big thing. Yeah, I love them. So yeah, I'm so excited for Alora for this year.
Me too.
And what's coming, all those new ideas that I know you're always having.
New ideas, new ventures, new parties, new drinks.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because it helps me to keep bringing other people, get inspired. If you need some inspiration and help, maybe you can always reach out through Instagram and through YouTube, and follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. I'm everywhere now, so it's been great. It's been fun, and be on the lookout for events, activities that will come this year too. So thank you again, and I hope to see you in the next episode. I will see you in the next episode.
Yes.
Or you want to say something?
Yeah, one more thing. It's also too, we do have the space for creatives as well. So if somebody has a podcast or they want to, it doesn't have to necessarily be me on your podcast. But we do have the space for creators as well.
Nice.
And then little smart parties, baby showers.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, because right now it's the perfect time.
Yes. We had in the past, and then we had 2 movie shoots already here.
Really?
Yeah. They turned this into this big movie. I've never in my life seen anything like that. There was cameras everywhere. I think they're already at the Norwalk Film Festival. It was for local movies, local directors. So they picked Alora for one of their scenes. And 2 people from different movies. I'll find the clips for you and I'll send them to you.
Yeah, send them. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, share it on your Instagram. Sometimes people like that,
Yeah.
Marketing. Yeah, and make sure to follow her on Instagram and share the events, share the coffees. If you come here, something I'm learning is like to help each other out, collaboration.
Yes.
Right? Because you never know. Right now it's me, her, but it could be you too, that something might, spark in your life that you want to do, and then somebody else can help you out, or we can help you out, we can help each other out.
Yes.
Collaboration is so important. That's what I'm learning. Last year I learned that so much, so yeah. I keep talking here. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please like, follow, subscribe, and leave us a review as your feedback continues to help us grow this podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect, we are on Instagram at From the Ground Up with Esther, or you can email us at esthermoscoso.pod@gmail.com. Please thank you to our show sponsor, Mary's Alfajores, delicious sweet treats that melt in your mouth. I will see you on the next episode.